Well, health intelligence software developer SPRINGBUK grew from a startup of about 5 people to 60 full-time employees in just 3 years. The company's unique focus on culture and diversity has fueled financial, employee, and fundraising success. In this month's Culture Matters segment, first-person managing director Mark Minner shows us why SPRINGBUK won TechPoint's Mira Award for Company Culture of the Year. Mark, is always welcome.
Gary, thanks so much for having me.
I talked about that growth, and I think SPRINGBUK is a great example of Indiana technology success. Young company started, handful of employees. I said they're up to 60. Actually, they're over 80, some 85 employees now. They've really kind of taken over the Union 525, which is a great entrepreneurial space in downtown Indianapolis.
Terrific space. They've continued to expand and take more of that first floor. Over 80 employees now, 120 by the end of the year, a $20 million Series B fundraising they had. It's just been fun to watch, and they're solving their product, their software is really helping solve a need for employers, but also the way they're growing their business is what's really cool to watch.
Yeah, and as you look, so the product obviously is ultimately the key, but as you look at the culture there, you look at the space. Lots we could talk about on the space, but one of them is, they call it the boardroom, right? It's spelled B-O-R-E-D, boardroom.
A little different take there on the spelling, Gary, but yeah, an area to relax, play some games in this workspace. You can see how relaxed, how open concept the actual space is, and when you walk around, you get a feel for the ethos of the company. And I think it matches with some of the benefits they offer too. Unlimited PTO, they've got a remote workforce, they're finding ways to create that family atmosphere and to really encourage people to be who they are every day they walk into work.
And really, when you look at culture, and so many companies talk about culture, but at SPRINGBUK it seems as though they really integrate and infuse culture from the earliest stages of recruitment.
No doubt. Ron, Phil, I mean, the crew from the early days, it's very hard to build a company that scales as quickly as SPRINGBUK has, and to find a way to maintain that culture through the process. Part of that is you've got to have great leadership, you've got to have people who have humility, who buy into the overall vision and purpose of the organization, but also then as you're growing, how are you bringing people on? And one of the ways they do that is through cultural interviewing on these culture calls for potential SPRINGBUK employees. And that means not just asking them about what their talent and skill ability is, but also what are you going to do to move the culture forward? What are you going to do to raise the bar for SPRINGBUK? And that's something that they want and challenge all of their employees to be able to do.
Yeah, well, employees to advance through the organization. Also, you touched on this, but volunteer opportunities and the opportunity to really engage in the community.
Yeah, I mean, that's another big piece too. There was an anecdote that was shared too about an employee who really wanted to go out and volunteer for an event, but had a conflicting meeting. So multiple employees stepped up and said, no, we'll take the meeting. You go volunteer, you go do what you need to do, and we'll keep moving it forward. And it's not just the leadership saying this person needs to do that. It's really everybody buying into that. And it's cool to watch a company that grows as fast, but still is grounded and rooted in the community.
Yeah, clearly culture in this company is helping to fuel the bottom line side of things.
It is, and you watch just the organization grow. You see that people in the organization are excelling. It's fun. On everybody's business card, they've got the employee number, whatever, as they've been able to grow. A lot of pride in what they've become.
All right, Mark Minner, first person. Great stuff as always. Culture Matters, SPRINGBUK. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Talk
Gary.
to you soon.